coming. Stewart gets out a dart complete to Hunter. On the move. Showing him his shoe bottoms. Buffalo's.
Welcome back to Tre X Sports. We at it like a crack addict. We're going to talk about the primetime game this week between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I got my boy Baldy X in town. We're going to talk about the game. He's going to give his key points on how Nebraska Cornhuskers can win, and I'm going to give you my key points on how I think the Colorado Buffaloes can win. All right, Baldy, let's see what you got,
All right,
man.
like you said, Baldy X here. I'm going to let y'all know why I'm locking that -7.5 spread for Nebraska, because they're going to smack the Buffaloes. So let's just get right into it. So number one is going to be the run game. We just seen them smack UTEP 200 yards rushing. If we can get at least 150 yards, the game's going to be over. Colorado's not going to be able to keep up. We've seen the run game. It's lousy. If they try to come back and get revenge and try to get some runs, they're just going to turn the ball over. We're going to get it right back, and we're going to score a touchdown or field goal. Whatever we want, we're going to get it. Number two is control the turnovers. That man Jeff Sims is out. Garbage.
Ass, boy.
Ass. 5 less turnovers for us and 5 less possessions for them. So the less possessions they get, the better, because they're going to score no matter what. It's just how many times are we going to allow them to get the chance to do that. So that's number two. Number three is apply pressure on both offense and defense. This is a new team after a big rebuild, bunch of new transfer players. The chemistry's not there. You've known the guy for about 3 months. You don't really know him like that. You don't know if he's going to cover. You don't know if you're going to switch. You don't know anything like that. It's a little too early for all that. They need some time to grow together. And for that reason, if we just apply pressure, we get in their heads early, the game's going to be over. We're going to be up 20. They're just not going to be able to get back in the game, because it's hard. Once we get in your head, it's hard to lock in again. So number four, it's going to be handling the lights. It's going to be a crazy game for Dylan Raiola. He needs to control himself, compose himself. All the celebrities are going to be in town. It's the biggest game he's ever going to play for arguably all year. Colorado's not the best team, but they have the most hype. They got the most eyes. Dylan needs to stay in the game and don't let it get to him if he has to punt the ball, or if he gets sacked, just get right back up and get right back into it. Lastly, we've only covered the spread one time in the last 5 games. Sorry. So we've been selling, right? So if you do the math, I mean, we're technically due. So we're gonna cover this spread. Buff fans, y'all gonna be crying. Let me know, hey, after the game's over, comment down. You're not gonna like it, but yeah, we're gonna cover that spread. The odds are in our favor. I'll give it over to Tre.
Man, I don't know what homeboy was talking about, but I think it's going to be similar to last year. Colorado about to go into Lincoln. Fucking trash our boys, man. So I'm going to give y'all a couple of tips on how I think Colorado can do so. First thing I'm going to say is Colorado just got to limit the sacks on Shadur. Last year, Shadur did get sacked 8 or 9 times. So I feel like if Colorado's offensive line can limit Nebraska's defensive line and not let them get to Shadur, I think we'll be fine. That gives Shadur more time to cook Nebraska DBs, which I don't think can stay with Colorado at all. The Colorado receiving core is probably top 5 in the whole entire country. I feel like it's that deep. And so I don't think Nebraska's DBs will be able to stick with them at all. Number 2, Colorado. Try to establish the run. I know you motherfuckers like to drop back 50 times, but try to establish the run. I feel like your leading carrier cannot have 20 yards and you expect to win the game. I don't care if you're getting 2 yards, 3 yards a carry. Don't go away from the run. I feel like it's going to keep Nebraska's defense honest and not just have them try to defend the passing game. I feel like you don't want to be one-dimensional when you're playing a team like Nebraska, because they can just put 2 up front and have everyone guard the receiver. So I feel like establish the run game. That's one of the keys to victory. Number 3, like you mentioned, it is a freshman quarterback, Dylan Raiola. I don't know what all this hype's about. He fucking played UTEP, and everyone's saying, oh, he's top 5 in the country right now, or he's a Heisman candidate, which I don't see it. I mean, he's played UTEP. Give it time before the guy is getting all the hype that he's getting. I know he was the number 1 recruit at one time in the country coming in to this class. But so yeah, I just feel like it's just gonna be too big of a game for him. Coach Prime and the boys are coming to town. I know Coach Prime gonna have celebrities there, and everyone's gonna be there. it's going to probably be the most hyped and most viewed game of the week. So I feel like as long as we can just get to him and not let him get into a rhythm, I think we'll be fine. And lastly, is I don't think, like I mentioned earlier, I don't think Nebraska's DBs will be able to guard Colorado at all. I feel like Matt Rule's going to have them try to go zone, and once he goes zone, it's going to leave the middle wide open, and I feel like Colorado's going to be able to cook. And so as far as the spread goes, that 7.5, man, I feel like it's just too disrespectful. Colorado cooked these boys last year, 36-14. They have the same defense almost as last year, and I feel like Shadur cooked them boys last year, so what's going to be different this year? I mean, they do have a different quarterback, and don't have sorry-ass Jeff Sims back there. But I do feel like Colorado's going to force a couple turnovers and get to Viola. So you know what? With that being said, give me Coach Prime, Shadur, Travis Hunter, and them boys coming to Lincoln and fuck Nebraska up. Give me money line plus 205. Don't need the points. Book it.